So this was worse than asking a group of men if they prefer Ford and Chevy. I posted something on Facebook this morning and I will put it over here so that you can see. It's a simple post that I thought was brilliant, and it basically was a picture of a smiling little boy, and then it was attached as a public service announcement for kindergartners, and it talked about having your kids practice eating school lunch. And there were multiple reasons for that. The first one is that if the kids are going to a public school, there is a time limit on classroom lunches, but also there's the very practical challenge of you buy them a cute little lunchbox and kit and they can't get the things open. So taking the time to actually practice was what this mom was encouraging everybody to do in this post. And this is where the homeschoolers, the diehard homeschoolers, went to one side of the camp, and then the public schoolers went to the other side of the camp. And I just want you to know, number one, my purpose in posting the post was because it is essential that when your kids are going to be in a new environment and you have the ability to coach them, that you set them up for success. So here you have a little guy, gal that's going to a friend's house, grandma's house, VBS, school, a camp, a club, and you send them with a kit of things that they get to eat during snack time or lunchtime. And one of the most frustrating things is they're sitting there and they can't get into their food. This has become very apparent to me recently because I accidentally bought I got mandarin orange slices I make a mean chicken mandarin salad, and I bought the wrong kind. I bought the little a plastic cup that has the plastic that you pull over that you would pop in a kid's lunch. And so imagine my surprise the first time that I went to pull open the cup, it spit orange juice in my face. And I thought, okay, that was a fluke. No, it's not a fluke. It's almost equivalent to, those poppin' fresh doughs that when you pop it and it's going to explode in your face and you're just bracing yourself before it explodes. When I'm opening these oranges, I'm thinking the same thing. And so if I was going to put one of those fruit cups into a lunch kit for somebody to eat, they're going to need practice knowing how to open it. So that was my whole intent. And sure enough, the feed blew up with, I can't believe that they only get this amount of time to eat lunch. And that's why I don't send my kids to school. And meanwhile, the public school moms are thinking, yeah, this is brilliant. And I want you to know, this is one of those things that we can come together on. It's not about the limit of what different kids out there are given to do a particular task. It's not us against them, homeschoolers versus public schoolers or vice versa. Instead, it's about looking at a particular skill set, in this case, opening a mandarin orange snack, or putting a straw in a juice box or bag without getting sprayed in the face, or opening that cute little lunch kit that you got. Can they get into it to get at their healthy snacks or healthy food that you've packed them? So this is what I would do. Take all the politics aside, homeschool, public school, us versus them. That's not what it's about. When you see that there's something that your kids will benefit from learning, like one of the moms said, I just want my kids to take their plate and put it in the dishwasher when they're done eating. Well, set that up as an activity, not during nap time, not during meal time, at a random time in the day. Put stuff on the kitchen table, put plastic food on the plates, and then practice for 30 seconds. The food goes here. This is how we rinse our plate. Here's how you put it in the dishwasher, etc. We want our kids to do things independently, but sometimes we forget that a little practice goes a long way. So even when it comes down to that lunch kit, and you want your kids to be able to eat independently, A friend of mine years ago adopted a little boy from China, and he was like 18 months old. And when she finally got him home, she was telling me, it's I went to go help him get dressed. But he's like, "No, I do it." And he had been taught to dress himself. Now there's reasons why this is either good or bad. But your kids are more capable than you sometimes give them credit for. My kids are more capable than I give them credit for. So when you spy an activity that needs to be perfected, set up a practice session. That's it. It's as simple as that. You make them a little lunch, you pack it in their kit, and you sit down and you enjoy a snack. You can even time them to see how long it takes them to eat if that is important to you and you alone. Don't let anybody else dictate what's right or wrong. But you can practice practical skills with anything with your kids. How to put their jackets on. You've seen the videos online where the kids have their jackets upside down and they simply walk up and they put their arms in the jacket and then they flip the jacket like this, and toddlers are able to put their own jackets on. So don't underestimate your kids' skill set, but I'd also love to invite you to join in the conversation and see how wild it is, right? On the homeschool page, the moms have a tendency to be frustrated with the idea of putting limits for eating on the kids, but that's really not the heart behind why I shared that. It is extremely helpful to teach your kids to be independent, to teach them to do things like open mandarin oranges without getting spit in the face by the juice. But also if they're ever on a field trip of any kind or participating in a class or a club or a camp, it allows them to be independent, and it'll free up the volunteer to help the other kids that have not had the chance to develop that skill set. So if you're curious about the conversation, follow the link in the descriptions and let me know what you think. Is this the type of skill that you could see adding value to your child's life? Having them have a lunch that's packed and then teaching them how to open and get into their own food all by themselves. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.